In this segment, I'm going to show you an interview I did with Robert Kiysoaki, and he talks about his mentors, which were his father and his best friend's father, and that ended up being the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So this gives you a little idea of what you can do and show your mentors and how they influenced you and how they've helping you making your success happen. Robert Kiysoaki, it is a pleasure and an honor to have you here on tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Your books really, they're so powerful with life-changing and incredible information, your books and also your programs. For the listeners who are not familiar with your work, can you tell us what were the factors that got you started on your mission?
Well, that's a big question.
Yeah, sorry.
And there's not one fact. There was multitudes of them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, for those who do not know, is a true story. My real dad was the head of education for the state of Hawaii, where I grew up. And he was a very smart, hard-working, well-educated man, but no matter how much money he made, he was broke.
Mm-hmm.
And then my rich dad was my best friend's father, and he was a man who started with nothing, but ultimately became one of the richest men in Hawaii.
Mm.
So really what the story was about is about two different realities, one of a poor man and one of a rich man. And my poor dad always said, go to school, get good grades, get a job, work hard, buy a house, save money.
Right.
And that was his path to success. And I guess it was professionally, but it was not financially.
Mm.
And whereas my rich dad said almost exactly the opposite. He thought school was important, but he said there's three types of education: scholastic, which is reading and writing, which is very important.
Right.
Professional, it's become a doctor or a mechanic. It's basically what you learn to work for money for.
Kind of a trade.
Yeah, trade. And then three is financial, and that's your money working hard for you. And as we all know, our school system teaches us how to get good grades and find a job, but it doesn't teach us how to get rich.
Right.
And in my reality, and I do see my reality, is that the people with the money have more power over the smart people.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And that's so what I say today to people, if you want to be successful, you need three, not just two. Three types of education.
Oh, very good.
And so, that was about it. So I had to choose between the reality I wanted. Was it my poor dad or my rich dad? And both were right, and both have their merits. But living in the free country, you have the right to choose your reality.
Yeah, definitely.
And I didn't want to spend my life working hard, worrying about job security, worrying about paying bills, living below my means, saving money, scrimping, being frugal. It wasn't me.
Creating that kind of stress, too, actually, was what it seems to
but
do.
I'm not saying my way is right or anybody else's way is right. For instance, my sister's a nun, and she has her reality.
Wow.
And hers is a vow of poverty. And she's as happy as a clam doing that.
Wow.
But you see, I would not be happy that. So what I say to people is there's people who are very happy being poor. And if that's what they like, have a good time. So I think that's what I'm trying to say to people is, choose your reality. But unfortunately, when it comes to money, many of us have our parents' reality. And reality about money is often learned between ages of 5 and 15.
Yeah, very true.
And that's where we learn our attitudes, I'll never be rich, or the rich are crooks, or the rich are evil. And
dirty money,
dirty money. And that's where you learn your reality about money. And if you don't change that reality, then you carry it into adulthood.